All right, people, it's Thursday. Santa's coming. Not really. We're not going to do the whole Christmas Santa elf thing, but it is Thursday, and this is your reminder to drink your water. I've been drinking water already, but I still have my giant jug. This is my tip. Hey, Maria, this is my tip to make sure I get enough water in, because I found before, if I was drinking out of glasses or water bottles and I was always topping them off, I didn't have a clear idea of how much water I was actually drinking. So this has served me really well. I have done this for, 6 years. This is massive, as big as my head ball jar, and I fill it up either before I go to sleep or first thing in the morning. And then throughout the day, I top off my water bottles. And I do this even if we're camping, even if we're traveling. I'll just fill up multiple water bottles, and that way I always know how much water I've had. I don't have to do a guessing game. And I used to be really diligent about this, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I would stand over the sink at bedtime and I would chug it if I hadn't drank it all. And lately, my water has been a little bit more of a struggle, which is why we're gonna talk about it. It's why we are talking about it right now. So if you aren't already tracking how much water you're drinking, or you have not started, this is your nudge. You're gonna drink water with me, and we're gonna fist bump. We're gonna get some extra squats in while we do all that peeing, because hydration is just as important as nutrition. It's just as important as sleep. It's just as important as play. Okay, so over on Instagram, I did a live energy practice. So if you need to do that, go over there, do it, leave me a comment, let me know if you feel anything. Tomorrow, Brianna is going to do a live energy session with me on Instagram. We've never done it live on Instagram together, so I'm not too sure how it's gonna work, but that's cool. So if you're curious about it, you can see, I will talk about like what I feel, and she'll talk about what she's doing, and I'm sure some of my cats will show up. It's a pretty cool thing. I love working with her. She's freaking fantastic. Go follow her page if you don't already, because she shares so much great value and content. And just like my workouts and the personal development, working on my energy, that is another tool in my tool chest, and it's free. Like, you have all these extra tools that you can use, doing a daily energy practice, all that stuff, right? Right, so I just made a post about what I would tell the getting started version of myself, and I'm gonna tell you, because some of you are just getting started. Some of you are in this herky-jerky place, you're starting, stopping, you're overthinking it, you're overcomplicating it. You're coming up with all these reasons why you can't, or it's too hard, or you're gonna get to it later when there's less things on your plate. And I'm here to tell you, as a living, breathing human with children and a million things, just like you guys, it never gets easier. You never have more time. I should say it does get easier because you start to find your groove, but you never suddenly have this big pocket of time. The likelihood of you getting super motivated all of a sudden is probably not gonna happen. This is a decision that you have to make. It's a choice that you show up to every single day, and it doesn't mean it will look the same every single day. Some days will be a lot easier than others, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong if you're in a hard season or it's just feeling more challenging. You're probably exactly where you need to be, and it's probably an indication that you need to pivot something. Or maybe you're trying to do too many things. You don't need to do everything, but you do need to do the next right thing. And you know what that is for you. And if you're like, I really honestly don't, drink some water, have an extra vegetable, and move your body some way, somehow. If that's doing squats before bed, if it is dancing in your kitchen, if it's going for a walk or going for a swim, movement is movement. It all adds up. Do not fall into this trap of movement is just too hard right now, it's not happening, because you are moving. You're not just sitting in a chair all day. Like, you are moving at some point, and I want you to count your wins. I want you to collect your victories, collect proof that you are in fact showing up. So 5 minutes is better than no minutes. Some is better than none. Done is better than perfection. Amen, right? So I've lost 60 pounds doing this. Did you know that? I've lost 60 pounds doing this. I've been drinking Shakeology every single day for the last probably 8 years and change. And I drink it every day, not because I'm a coach, but because I have tried it and I've done life without it. I've done my workouts without it, and I can tell that there's so many perks. I feel so much better. I have more energy. My digestion is better. Is Shakeology for everyone? No, because we're not carbon copy people, but it has served me. My husband drinks it. I force my kids to drink it sometimes, but I really genuinely love it. So if you have it and you're not drinking it, freaking use it. If your Beachbody On Demand is going to renew, or you're thinking about getting a package, or you're thinking about getting it, you should get a package so that you get You get 30 days. Try it. See what you think. If you're not using it consistently, how will you know if it helps you, right? Okay, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, well, it's starting to say she's got a lot of squirrels. Sorry. But I lost 60 pounds doing this, and you guys have been here, most of you, for a while, so you know it's not always a smooth sailing journey. There's ups and downs, there's starts and stops, there's reevaluating and realigning. That's just part of being human. It's part of the journey. So I would tell my just now getting started version of myself to trust the process. So many of us quit early on. Like, it's too hard. Well, yeah, it's not a pedicure. You're not laying down for a nap. It is going to be challenging, and it is going to make you uncomfortable. But that doesn't mean it's not worth doing. It doesn't mean you're not worth showing up for. Don't wait until January. Don't wait until January. Nothing is different in January except for the date on the calendar. You're a living, breathing person right now, so show up to your journey and collect your wins. If you need help making a plan or you want to recommit to something, I would love to help you navigate that. I am not your hero. I am simply here as your guide, and I want you to get momentum. I want you to feel proud. I want you to feel good right now, not at the end, not when you complete a program, not when you see that number on the scale. You deserve to feel good today. You deserve to be proud today. And if you're not feeling good and you're not feeling proud, then we need to make some pivots. And that doesn't have to mean you need to puke in your mouth and do all the things, right? One baby step at a time. A baby step is still a step. It counts, okay? So I would tell myself to trust the freaking process and see it through. See it through. If you purchase the tools, use the freaking tools. Use me as your secret weapon. Like I said, I want to be your guide. I want to help you do this. And then I would remind myself, just like I'm reminding all of you, that you're so much more than a number. It does not define you. You're not a better human being when you weigh less or more. You're just you, okay? And you're not even a before and after. There's then and there's now. And where you are now is worthy of showing up and being proud and doing the next right thing without having this huge master plan and knowing exactly where you're headed, okay? You can pivot. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to try things again. You're allowed to say, this isn't serving me, and put it back on the shelf. You are allowed to make auto corrections as you go. That's the whole part of this. That's what it's all about, right? Right. So I'm on week 2 of, what am I doing? I'm doing XB Sweat and Sculpt, and I really, really like it. This is going to trigger some of you, which is why I'm going to show you. I really, 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 really like it. If you've ever done PiYo, it reminds me of PiYo, except it's fresh and it's new and it's different, and there's a lot of body weight I am modifying, because I think if you don't modify, that's how you get into problems, right? So you know your body better than anyone else. You know your body better than me. You know your body better than your chiropractor. You know your body better than your doctor. You know your body way better than these super trainers. So be okay modifying and listening to your body. And if something doesn't feel good, then we don't play stupid games so we win stupid prizes, right? And when I say maybe it doesn't feel good, I'm not talking about being uncomfortable and being sore. I'm talking about doing things that are beyond your scope, okay? So trust the process. Use the tools you have. Use me as your guide. I want you to win. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel proud now, not after Christmas, not after New Year's, not after your next birthday. You can make a small change today that compounds into something epic and huge and amazing. You're worth the effort. So I want you to show up, okay? I have a couple one-on-ones planned this week. If any of you need that with me, I would love to help you figure out a plan. I've said that like 40 times now. I'm a broken freaking record. I'm gonna be in my inbox later today. What else do I want you to know? Today is pay days. If you are a Beachbody coach and you're helping other people on their journeys, we get paid. And I think that it is a really great time of year to consider this. So many people in your life are going to want to get healthy soon, and they might see you doing it, they might see you living it, and you could help them. You could help them, and you could help yourself by making a little extra income. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm so grateful that coaching is a business opportunity that I've been able to do for all these years, because it does pay for the extras in my life. Is it guaranteed? No. And do I work for it? Hell yeah. Sometimes I work way too hard for it. But at the end of the day, I'm not doing it for the paycheck. I'm doing it because it's changed my life. It's changed my life. And it keeps me honest and committed in my own journey, because I would go dark. I would totally go dark. If I wasn't a coach, if you guys weren't here, if we weren't all on this journey together, I would probably go dark and eat a bunch of cookies and feel really terrible and live in this self-shame spiral. Coaching has blessed my life in a lot of ways, but we don't talk about the earnings potential, and I want you to have that little nugget in your brain. If you're living this and you're loving it and there's people in your life that need it, I really think you should consider it. If you don't want to, send them my way. I would be more than happy to help them get results and get momentum and feel proud and, you know, pay for a few more car tires because apparently I just keep blowing that shit out. So anyways, as we move into the holidays and maybe you're feeling a little pinch, this is something that you should definitely consider. I would love to chat it through. I have zero desire to convince you, to drag you, to force you to do anything. I just know how much this has blessed me, and I also remember how completely opposed to it I was for so long. I was invited to coaching for over a year. I was invited to Beachbody for over a year, and I was like, ew, yuck, no, get away. And here I am. Here I am. It's changed my whole freaking life, and it's created a lot of freedom in my spirit, in my life, in my marriage, and all the things. So it's a cool thing. As Martha would say, it's a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna go eat some lunch and do the things. I'm gonna catch them on Messenger. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have a friend in your life and you're like, I don't want anything to do with this coaching stuff you just talked about, but they need this group, they need to do our next boot camp, let me know. I would love to help them. Invite them, bring them along. It's always more fun when you do this with a friend in real life. I think that having that extra accountability is super rad, and it can only help, right? It can only help. Totally, 100%. Okay, thanks for coming. I hope you have a great day. I can't wait to see your accountability, so make sure that you share it today. And if you haven't already, you're gonna show up to your journey. You're gonna listen to 5 minutes of something that inspires you. Maybe you just listened to me. Maybe that inspired you. If so, you can check the box. You're gonna drink a little bit more water. You're gonna have a vegetable. Easy peasy. You're gonna drink your shake if you have it. And you are going to move your body, and you're going to count as a freaking victory, no matter how fast you go, how slow you go, if you modify, if you have to push pause 50 times, if you showed up to it, you're going to count it as a victory. You're going to check the box. You're going to give yourself that gold star, and you're going to move on to the next freaking day, right? And if you need help, you're going to raise your hand and you're going to message me or whoever is your coach in this group, and we're going to help you figure it out. We can't do it for you, but we want you to win. We want you to feel good. We want you to feel proud. And at the end of the day, I just want you to be on your journey, not just a bystander of your life. I want you to be on your journey and okay making those pivots and showing up, even when it's not perfect, okay? Okay.